It's recording. Yep, I'm recording. Yep, good to go. It's not very deep. Last weekend I was hitting some of them like at higher speeds, being in dinkus, seeing if my boots would let me water through, and they didn't. Fox boots are better than the O'Neills without water out. The O'Neills are the opposite of waterproof. Like, if you spit on it, your foot's going to be wet. They have all the stitching. I took my boss up here one day, and another friend on the KLR 650, and my boss was riding this, and I was on my WR, and he had ridden bikes more when he was younger, but he hadn't been on a bike in like a long time. Occasionally he'll borrow one of mine for lunch, but he's not really into riding. The first place we took him, it was actually on Lolo Pass, was through a deep puddle like that, and we had no idea how deep it was. Turned out it was really fucking deep and had boulders at the bottom of it, so you couldn't see it. Yeah, so he like Superman and was like drowning in a puddle at the very beginning of the ride, and like was soaking wet head to toe. Sorry, boss. He was a good sport about it. Just spent the rest of the day kind of like slowly drying out the road. Yeah, he was on this bike. I'm still fixing things that got broken. I'm pretty sure the throttle cable that's still broken on this is a casualty. The throttle tube, levers, the blinker. No, I just take forever to fix things because they still work, so I ignore them. Yeah, this throttle cable is broken. Yeah, I just taped up the turn signal for a long time until it actually fell off last time. The throttle cable, I finally ordered one last week coming from Partzilla, but this one works, and I don't feel like I have extra play. Yeah, watch those shadows behind this. Big ruts. There's two sections of ruts like that. No, those are always there. No? Well, there's another section of ruts like that. Just remember, when in a rut, throttle out. I did right front, and if you try to slow down and make it, you're gonna go down. Have to. Oh shit! I'm in a rut. Give it gas. Clunk. They don't have one. There's a little tiny stock one on there. But skid plates are. Yeah. Skid plates are kind of like graphics for motorcycles, where I grew up in the 80s, and like it wasn't something you had. Just don't bottom your bike out. That was our attitude. Like, when you drive over shit, it's gonna push you back. We had Dennis Kirk magazine for catalog. I'd get my tires from them because they had the paper catalog. There was no internet. I bought a front fork for my three-wheeler because it was came with no suspension. So I got a set of forks that fit it. Then my fender didn't fit anymore, but I had forks, like suspension forks. I got a Cobra exhaust for my three-wheeler, which added a bit of power to it. I destroyed 2 frames on that three-wheeler. I broke 2 frames. Those are designed for jumping. Tell that to a 10-year-old kid. All I want to do is jump it. Yep. So I would like literally jump it. The frames were great. They weren't like tube steel. It was like this cast weird thing, and the motor would hang from it. It didn't have the downshift. So yeah, it was just all the pressure would just. Jimmy Lewis always talks about how skid plates make the bike handle differently because they make it way more rigid than the engineers intended. He said, be careful with aluminum skid plates. Everything is now more rigid and tied together than it was. Yeah. But that rigidity makes me think like, okay, well, plastic skid plates have a purpose, I guess. Lighter. No? I wouldn't mind a plastic skid plate that was like, could only take one big hit, but would save you from that one hit and then it just would break. It's kind of what the Yamaha 250X's stock skid plate is. Most people break it that ride it hard, but it's there for that one big hit that maybe you didn't expect or plan for. I just don't ride where I'm bottoming that shit out. It's like 13 inches. I guess it's only 13 inches until you press the suspension. And then when you land something, yeah. Very well. You know, I kind of poo-poo these even though I own one. They're like, oh, they're not a serious bike. There's no performance, but even when I ride it, I kind of like, really like it. I bought it because it was available and the CRF 300 was not. And the review said, well, the suspension is so much better, but I don't think it is. I think it's like, oh, it's a little bit better, but it's still very bad suspension, very budget. It's the same suspension that they've had on it, 15 years too. It's not 15 years. And there's what, compression adjustment on the forks that they can go from stupid soft to very soft. And then the rear is actually three-way adjustment. I think that is better. I heard that. I heard something clunk to the speaker. I am almost listening to you about the KDX skid plate though, just because like this bike I feel like it's expendable. It's under warranty.